Hello.
Hello.
Can you see me?
No?
How's that?
Dark. Still dark?
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Yay. Hi.
Hi.
Barida?
Bonadar. Pronoundar, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah. Your mouth's not moving.
Well, mine is.
Yeah, okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. You know me.
I do. Hello, Tessa.
This is Jan.
Hi, Nick.
Good morning.
Thanks for doing this, Nick. We've really enjoyed looking at the showroom. It was the list of things that I sent you this morning, or late last night, in a very condensed sort of session. But we'll be asking you questions. There's some questions from people. You've just woke up, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm.
What time is it with you? Just let's
It's
get
8:40.
8:40. Okay.
Yeah.
And weather.
I'm a late riser.
And weather in Vancouver is.
Actually, I'm in Los Angeles.
Are you back in Los Angeles now?
Yeah, after 4 days of. I love that.
Okay. We've got some more questions. Boys, would you like to come up and join us? Perhaps. Yeah, you've got enough seats. Okay. So these boys weren't here for your show reel this morning, but they know your work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Hello, boys.
Hi. Hi. Who's going first?
Okay. Why in Twilight, when the vampires are killed, do they break into ice when there's sort of things like venom in their body?
Good question. I wondered that myself. It's kind of funny when you get into things like Twilights, where there's books with that have been read and studied and mulled over by thousands of millions of readers, and then the writer herself. People tend to be very, very careful about what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And we were not allowed to use any liquids at all when the vampires smashed. In fact, we were told what size of chunk to use as well, which this is sometimes it's kind of a conflict, because I don't think that stuff looked particularly good, and we could have made it look better, but we were only allowed to use a certain size of chunk according to the author, because she was worried that people would think that we were deviating from the book and the basic vampire cosmology. So it's a bit like sometimes when you work on franchises like that, it's a bit like working for Disney, and Disney saying that Mickey Mouse's ears can only be a certain size in proportion to his head. There's a lot of stuff like that. They're well spotted.
Which one?
Me and my friends are making a film, and we were wondering if you could do us visual effects.
Sure. What visual effect do you want to make for you?
A load of explosions.
Loads of explosions.
Yeah.
Scenes of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Sounds like. Funnily enough, I know it's a terrible thing to say. It's a guilty pleasure, but it's really fun making scenes of mass destruction. I think I should let you have the pleasure of doing it yourself, though.
Would we be able to get your Skype address so we could ask you for tips on our movie?
Again?
Would we be able to have your Skype address so we can ask for tips for our movie?
Sure. I mean, Tessa's got my email, so you can Tessa, you can give.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give you some tips.
Brilliant.
No problem.
I've got one. I've got one.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What's your film about?
Zombies.
Zombies. Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Can I ask a last question here? Or perhaps
Sure.
if there's any more from the audience, do come up and join us. Oh, and Jan's got some as well. Do you know of a successful model for a collaboration between a chamber orchestra and filmmakers? This was from Perrin earlier on today.
Well, there's one huge one, which is film scoring, which, you know, like soundtracks or the composition music to a film is a huge collaboration. One that I've been part of a number of times now, and is actually one of my favourite parts of the whole filmmaking process, which is when, you know, picture and music and sound all come together with an orchestra live while they're recording their soundtracks. It's a fantastic process, and a very collaborative one between the director, composer, conductor, and orchestra.
Right, okay, thank you. Now it's Jan.
Can I just ask slightly, what did it feel like to win an Oscar?
Oh, a little surreal, but really, really good fun. I mean, I felt like I was at the. I know I was supposed to say this, but I kind of knew we were going to win. I just had I had a feeling, so I wasn't sort of surprised. But it was a really, for me, the best feeling about it was really the response from, you know, family and friends and people who taught me what I know. You know, people would call me up, and I felt like